Hello and happy November. In this video, I'm going to be going over all of my finances for October 2025. A couple of quick things. My biannual $1,000 giveaway is now active. So in my description box, you will find a Google form with a few questions. Answer those. That is how you enter into the giveaway. If you are going to be entering, I would also really appreciate for you to give this video a thumbs up and then subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. Please only enter one time. If you do multiple times, then you'll end up being disqualified. There will be more detail on that Google form, so you can read it at the top there. And then I'm going to have this run through early December. So I will email the winner first of all, but I will also announce the winner in my November update video, November finance update video, and that always comes early in the month. So basically this will be open until the last day of November. And then real quick, I'm going to squeeze in a little bit of self promo. If you need some accountability with your finances, or if you want to work with me one-on-one, I have two great options. So you can work with me one-on-one. That link is always in the description box. You can see my pricing on my website. And then I also have a school community where people are sharing their wins. You can ask me questions. I go live 3 times a month, and you can support other people and stay motivated in that community. That is also linked down below in my description box, and I would love for you to join. Now let's get into all the finance things related to October. I think I did set some financial goals. I said I wanted to contribute $500 to my Roth IRA. I was not able to do that. I did contribute a little bit, and we'll go through that in just a bit. And I think I did mention focusing on inputs instead of on the outcomes. You know, I truly don't have control of how much money I make or how many new clients I get or this, that, or the other. I can only control what I put out there, as in the videos that I create, the content that I post on LinkedIn or TikTok, and just focusing on kind of the back end of my business. I did a really good job, if I must say so myself. Now, did this result in more money? Yes, a little bit, but nothing significant, but I was super consistent. I did feel really motivated throughout October. It's definitely a hustle at this point. Like, I just feel I am constantly working, and all of that work is pushing into the evenings and into the weekend even, which is, I'm fine with it. Like, I do enjoy working, so it's fine, but at the same time, I don't want that to be my life. So the 3 videos a week, while that's gonna stay through the end of the year, it's probably not something I'm going to continue into 2026, just because it's sustainable, but it's gotten to a point where I'm just constantly on the computer and just feeling a little bit like hectic at the end of the evening and going into the weekends where I'm not truly able to recover or anything, like rest and recover. But I have been posting 3 videos per week. I have uploaded a short form video to YouTube and to TikTok, I think every day of October, or just about every day of October. I've been posting on LinkedIn Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I did get a couple of new clients in the month, and that kind of just comes from me creating content. So that's what I mean by I did a really good job with this. So I'm proud of that, and I'm just going to continue this at least through the end of the year, and then we'll see what's to come for 2026. So now let's go ahead and hop to my spreadsheets. If you are interested in these spreadsheets, you can get them for free. That's also linked down below in my description box. Mine looks like this because I'm self-employed. So first we're gonna look at the business side of things, and then I'll talk about my personal spending. So starting up at the top, my gross business revenue, I do always go into the month expecting to make at least $4,000, my gross revenue. I made a little bit more, which is good, $5,545.01. I do make short form content around where this money comes from. So I think that content is already up. So I'll have that linked down below. You can find it on my channel. But I will say here that the bulk of it comes from coaching as well as YouTube. Rollover business revenue, this is just money left in my business checking account that rolled into October. I was expecting $900. This was actually a little bit more, $958.54. And then I did not pull from my business sinking fund. So on the business side for expenses, we have payroll, which is $2,500. That's what I pay myself. I do match my 401k contribution, so $150. Payroll taxes, $191.25. Distribution, I was expecting $1,400. I did a little bit less. It's a random number, mostly because I started that savings challenge and I was pulling from this account to do those savings because it just makes sense to do that. So that ended up coming to $1,385.88. Business expenses otherwise, I budgeted $150, but ended up spending on a couple of things that, looking back, I shouldn't have. Like, I wish I didn't. I wish I thought these things through a little bit more, at least one of them. I joined like a program to help with, yeah, I just, sometimes with content creation and the things that I do, I start feeling a certain way and I'm like, oh, if I get some help around this, and it's not even like hands-on help or anything, it's like learning how to do something or whatever the case may be, I start thinking like, oh, I should invest in that so I can improve what I'm doing, right? And that's what I fell victim to in the month of October. So this ended up being $950.96. The other higher chunk of this was for a certification for an app that I am getting more familiar with, a budgeting app. And so that one's fine, but like, it's been a bit time consuming. I'll talk about that more. So I am working with them to a certain extent, and I think it'll be good in the long run. And I really believe in what they're doing. But yeah, more to come on that. So that was higher. Insurance is $202.33. That covers my health insurance and my dental insurance. And then business sinking fund, I budgeted $100. I actually saved $115. Anytime I receive direct support from anybody, I transfer that to this business savings account. So Eric gave me $60, Mark gave me $25, and then someone gave me $30, which I can see your name, so thank you. But I'm gonna read what they sent me. This was all through Buy Me a Coffee. So at first, someone bought me a coffee, so that's equivalent to $5, but then they sent another 5 coffees, didn't even say anything. I can see your name and know who you are, so thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. So altogether, that came to about $30. So that was from someone, and I did go ahead and transfer that to this savings account, as we know. Then from Eric, first he bought me 6 coffees. He said, very nice job on the Google Sheet. Thanks. So I've been making him a custom Google Sheet, and honestly, I wasn't really expecting anything out of it. He joined my community, which I really appreciate, and he's been supportive for quite some time. So I started building the custom sheet. I'm pretty good at Google Sheets, and I can, make things for the most part, how people want them to look. So he told me what he wanted out of the spreadsheet. I put it together, and he sent me some support. So thank you so much, Eric. And he also didn't stop there. So that was at one point in the month. But before Eric's second piece of support, I got 5 coffees from Mark W. And he said, hi, Layla, please don't listen to people saying UK is unsafe. You'll have a fabulous time. I promise you, which is awesome. Thank you so much, Mark, for the confirmation around that. For those who don't know, going to London later this month. So when I went live, some people were saying that London's not safe and this, that, and the other. So that's why he said that. But thank you so much, Mark. And plus, I see you always in my comments, and I know you're in my membership on YouTube, so appreciate the support all around. And then here we go. Eric bought another 6 coffees, or another $30. I think I said 25 before, and that was 30. So 60 total. He said, thank you for all your hard work. I'm in Florida until tomorrow, but when I get back, I'm super excited to get started officially utilizing your spreadsheet. Thank you so much, Layla. You're absolutely welcome, Eric, and it's been kind of fun to make that spreadsheet. So yeah, the support is very much appreciated. Thank you again, Eric, Mark, and someone. All of that helps me to build up my savings so I can keep making these giveaways happen. So anytime I receive direct support, it goes to that, and then I use it for my $1,000 giveaway twice a year. So moving on, that is everything on the business side of things. So if we come down to the personal side, my personal checking rollover, so this is, again, money just left in my checking account from September that goes into October. I was expecting $200. This was actually $140.91. My paychecks gross are $2,500. The distribution was that number I mentioned above, a little bit less than what I was expecting. Extra income, I expect at least $100 in the month, but that came to $220.87. I also have a short form video breaking down where all of this came from. And then I did not pull from my sinking funds in October. First expense here would be taxes. The $459.43 is correct. My 401k, I do contribute. Oh, I did more. I did my usual $150, and then I had filmed a video showing how to actually invest your money with Fidelity, and so I did another $5 for that video. So $155, which is good. For my Roth IRA, I wanted to do $500, and this was like really important for me, and I was super upset about this because I only ended up contributing $29.33, and this was mostly because I started that daily short form savings challenge that I've been posting on YouTube. And then again, I filmed a tutorial on how to invest your money with Vanguard, and so I added another $5 here. I kind of talked about this already in my November budget video, but I got really upset that I was not able to contribute the $500 to my Roth IRA. But honestly, lastly, for the last few months, the way that I've been able to contribute is by pulling from savings. So I had pulled from my travel fund, I pulled from a tax fund that I probably wouldn't need. This really bummed me out in October, and my fiance noticed, so he like had a conversation with me about this and was saying like, it is okay if you don't contribute to your Roth IRA, like don't do the full amount for the year or even like this month, whatever the case may be. And that made me feel a little bit better. It's just something that is very important to me, and I feel upset about it. Like, it's an important goal to me, and I know I can contribute until April. So I'm still planning on maxing out my 2025 Roth IRA, and I do think I'll make a little bit more money in December and in January, which will make that, maybe it's possible in December that I'll be able to still max it out. But the good thing is that I do have quite a bit invested. The market has been up, which, you know, it's kind of irrelevant to me. Like, maybe it'd be actually better if it goes down, because then I can buy stocks on sale and that sort of thing. But my money is growing either way. Like, even though I didn't get to contribute as much, my investments still increased because of the market. So yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I don't feel great about it, but I'm not as upset about it as I was when I first had this realization. But I definitely still will be maxing it out for the year. It's just going to be a little bit later, potentially pushing into 2026. And then for my brokerage, I did not invest anything there. Everything with these sinking funds is correct. 50 to my emergency fund, 384 to my wedding fund, 20 to gifts, 160 to car maintenance, and 130 to car insurance. Donate, I budgeted $0, but I ended up donating $20. House and utilities, $11.84, that is correct. Household expenses, otherwise, I budgeted $30, spent a little bit more, $55.51. I bought 4 packs of laundry sheets, which that's quite a bit, so stocked up on that. And then I bought 2 boxes of tissues, so a little bit over budget, but that's fine. Groceries, I budgeted $400. Spent $469.31. I go grocery shopping on Fridays typically, so went on the last day of October, and obviously that's what like pushed me over. I spent more than I was expecting to that day. I think it was over $100. That weekend we celebrated my sister's birthday and spent more on the food for all of that, which was feeding 5 people? So yeah. But on the other hand, for food out, I budgeted $50, stayed under budget here. I spent $22.33. Did get donuts, 6 donuts for myself and my fiance, and then got us a soda at one point in the month to share. But he did pay for, I got a pizza in the month and he paid for that. So, but otherwise we didn't go out to eat. So that's good. Gas for my car, I budgeted $75, spent $66.13. Health and beauty, budgeted $450. No surprise here that I went over budget. So $558.64. The thing that came up, I did have to buy nose strips. That's like $16. I bought a lot of deodorant, and I wish I didn't. I buy from Wild. It's like refillable, supposed to be more sustainable deodorant, but I'm gonna not buy from them anymore. Plus the smells, I don't like them. I tried to return them, but they won't let me, even though I didn't use them, which I get it. But yeah, I did have to pay a copay, got some razors, did get vitamins. That usually runs things up. I got Medicube. Oh, and I bought Bloom, because there was a Black Friday sale that had like already started in October. I was expecting to buy this in November, so at least in November I should see some savings. We'll see though. Dogs, I budgeted $300. That was higher. I did not know this going into the month. The 2 dogs that my sister and I have together, they ended up going to the vet, and my sister forgot to like mention that, so had to pay for that. I did get some cat food for the neighborhood cat that I feed, and then I got my foster dog her supplements. Did I get her food? No. So yeah, that's what's in there. And it is over budget, but that's fine. Netflix, $17.99. Gym membership, $39.99. Personal spending, I budgeted $300. All I bought was a pair of shorts, and what else did I get? $1.91. I think I had gift cards for Amazon from Fetch, using the Fetch app, and I think the difference between one of them was $1.91. $6.70. I don't remember what that was. I didn't write it here. But yeah, I stayed way under budget. This was higher for the month because I was like, oh, I want to get some shoes for travel, and they're like $200+. And I was like, this is silly. So I bought some like $40 boots off of Amazon instead. And I had gift cards for Amazon because of Fetch. So that's it covered there. I don't account for the gift cards that I received from Fetch in my numbers whatsoever, or the spending. For wedding, did I spend anything there? No, I did not. So in November, we will be though. Gifts, I didn't budget for, but ended up spending $71.99. That was for my sister. And then final thing that I didn't budget for was parking, even though I knew this was happening. I had my a doctor appointment and I have to pay for parking when I go there. This is one that I can't get around. Like if I parked somewhere else, it would be a really far walk and it wouldn't work out. So I had to pay $8 for parking, which is ridiculous and shouldn't be allowed, but it is what it is. So I paid that. And yeah, everything altogether, $4,300 or so. This does go negative, but that doesn't mean my account was negative or anything. It's just the way that this sheet works. Like money moves around and some of these things. Honestly, the numbers also don't line up because, for example, when I contribute to my 401k, that comes out of my business account. So yes, I'm contributing as the employee of my business, but it's coming out of the business account because it has to. So it technically should go up at the top. But yeah, things like that make a difference here. Now we're gonna hop to my annual tracker. This is also included on the spreadsheets that you can get for free. Some of these are in different accounts now. So first of all, I record all of these balances on the last day of the month after the interest comes through. And even some of the interest comes through in these like later on, but I can see what it is. But those are accounted for here as well, if that makes sense. So this wedding sinking fund as well as the travel sinking fund are now with Crew, which is a checking account that you can get interest on. It's a really cool account. I'll have my referral code on the screen. I'll have the link in the description box. And then my emergency fund as well as car/car maintenance fund is now with Wealthfront. I also have a link for that. Everything else is with Marcus by Goldman Sachs. So starting with my wedding sinking fund, that is at $1,541.97. Emergency fund, $14,454.84. Gifts, $911.17. Also, I closed some sinking funds, so I moved things around a bit. Travel is at $608. Car/car maintenance, $3,293.66. My car insurance fund is at $653.42. And then this used to be, I think this was my tax savings before, and now that are like insurance savings, and now this has been the savings challenge I've been doing, but I'm going to close this after I finish that. That's at $27.89. And then my business sinking fund is at $1,236.14. So we did see another increase, which is good. Actually, didn't increase last month, but usually this decreases because I've been pulling from it, but lately it's been increasing, which is good. Total of about $22,727. Next up, we have my retirement accounts and investment account. So first is my Roth IRA. That is up 2.2% at $52,359.07. All of this is invested in VTSAX. My 401k, that is also up 3.6%. It's at $51,813.80. This is split 50-50 between FSPGX and FXAIX, I think. If I'm wrong, I'll put up the correct ones on the screen. And then my brokerage account with Vanguard is up 3.4%. I didn't add anything there, but that's $12,808.71. About 80% VTI, 20% VGT. And you can see in total, my investments come to almost $117,000. Overall, I'm up 3% compared to last month. And between my investments and my savings, I have $139. So you can see where my net worth is going. So everything that I just went through is also included in this yellow section. I don't count the value of my car or any of my personal belongings, but I do add in the balances in my checking accounts. That was about $987. So my net worth for end of October, $140,695.69. And you can see the chart for the year so far, and then from all of 2021 until now. Final thing on here would be my credit score, which did go up a little bit. It went up and down in October. I had opened a new card, so that dinged it a little bit. And then, I don't know, it went up to 813. Final tab to go over would be my goal tracker. These are the goals that I set for 2025. If you're interested in this spreadsheet, it's available for purchase on my Etsy shop. First goal is to max out my Roth IRA. I am close. In October, I didn't do the 500, but I did contribute $29.33. So I am 79% of the way there. about $1,470 left to go, and I'm gonna try my best to make that happen by December. I did set a net worth goal of $150,000 or more. I can't fully control that, but so far it's looking like we're on track to do that. October, my net worth increased by $4,216.05, so I am $9,300 away from hitting this goal. I did say that I wanted to make $120,000 or more in gross business revenue. I am definitely not gonna hit that. October, I made $5,545.01, so I am $60,000 away from hitting this goal, about halfway. So I think for the year, I'll make like $70K from my business, which isn't awful. And hopefully going into the new year, we can increase that. This next goal I already reached, $105,000 or more invested. I hit that a few months ago. And in October, my investments increased by $3,366 or so, and $116,981 total. So definitely surpassed that. I'd like to reach an emergency fund of $15,000 or more. I'm not too stressed about this because I'm just so close to it. So I've just been doing the 50 per month and then letting the interest accrue in that account. So in October, that increased by $122.16. So I am 96% toward this goal and just have 540 or so to go. I don't know if I'll hit this by the end of the year, but I will try. Next goal was to make $10,000 or more from extra income. I won't hit this goal either, but in October I made $220.87. So about 50% toward this goal, which is still good. Extra income is always nice. And then final goal is to spend less than $50,000. This is excluding taxes, savings, investments, etc. And in October that came to $2,954. So I shouldn't have a problem hitting this because there's only 2 months left, and that would be like $12,000 still to spend, and I won't be doing that. So that's everything for me for October. I hope you had an amazing month. Let me know if you hit any of your goals, or feel free to share anything that you want to related to your finances. Let me know if y'all have any questions. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one.